is straight talk with no chaser. Rhea gives the people a voice, empowers you with a choice. She gives you straight talk with no chaser. 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 She provides a platform of growth and gives the dying people hope. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser.
Welcome to the Straight No Chaser Show on intellectualradio.com, an iHeart radio station, and my YouTube channel, The Straight No Chaser Show. This is your host, Rhea Ray Harris, and I'm so glad to be with you this evening. Well, tonight I have two of the three strings, as I'm calling them. They are three strings attached boutique owners, and they are sisters. But like I said, Raquel is not with us this evening, so I have Sharon and Tyra.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being guests on the Straight No Chaser Show today.
Thank you for having us.
Now, see? Now you can tell they're related because now they speak for each other and they give each other the look like, you know that was my line. Okay. Now, as I told you, we're going to start off. Where are you from initially?
South side of Chicago.
East side, really. Because we grew up on
That's
71st
true.
and Yates, so we really east side.
Yeah,
right.
You are the east side.
Yes, we are.
You grew up down the street from me on 89th and Paxton.
Okay.
We're on the east side,
That's
so
right.
yeah, South Shore. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, that was us.
Okay. And you all started off at different high schools, but ended up at Jones Commercial.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah.
For those of you who are a little younger, it was not always Jones
Metropolitan.
right, whatever
Jones
it is
Prep.
now. Jones Prep.
now.
Mhm.
It used to be Jones Commercial, and you used to go your junior and senior years,
That's
and you were specializing in secretarial skills.
Right.
Yes.
So, but that's been a while ago. They had to cut that down.
They did.
So, after you all finished high school, what did each of you do?
We each started different careers. My sister and I both ended up in banking.
And what did Raquel do?
Raquel has been in property management for the last 19 years. Yep.
Now, in banking, were you banking for another organization?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And for property management, was she working for someone else?
She was, yes.
What happened that you all said, you know what? I want to think about my own business and I would like to perhaps work with my sisters. How did that even come about?
Well, to be honest, we didn't know what the business would ultimately become. We knew we wanted to do something together. We've always been very close. Our younger sister, Raquel, is also a hairstylist. So we didn't know where we wanted to connect, where we wanted to overlap, but we knew we wanted to do something. We just weren't sure what it was going to be at the time.
Right. And we work good together. I mean, so me and my sister has worked in the bank for at least, same bank, for at least 12 years, 12, 15 years together.
So it wasn't that,
No.
I love her, but Lord knows it's
No.
hard to deal with. Okay, so you all have a positive relationship, and
Absolutely.
including Raquel, she was in a
Absolutely.
different industry.
Absolutely.
So did you kind of just play with the idea for a while, or did anybody out of the three of you say, we love fashion and let's do that?
We did. So we all knew we wanted to do something collectively. We just couldn't pinpoint exactly what that was.
Mhm.
And so Sharon did present the opportunity for us. She was like, well, we all love to dress up. I mean, we've done it as kids growing up. Why not pursue that? And then things just kind of played into that. The
Yeah.
location.
The opportunity really kind of fell in our laps a little bit.
Now tell me what you mean by that.
So, like I said, I live in the Morgan Park area. And so I would look to patronize other businesses in the area. And in our existing location was another boutique. So I would patronize this boutique. I would go in there, I would shop and shop for my sisters and everything. And, no big deal. Just, kind of go in a couple of times, leave out. And the previous owner really presented the opportunity to me. And it really came out of just simply, she was like, I really pay attention to the pieces that you buy. You're kind of really selective in what you get and what you do. And I'd really like to talk to you about opening your own place.
Wow.
So I called my sisters up, and I might get everybody on the line. Let's get that three-way going. And because we have conference calls every Saturday.
day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
before you worked together, you still talked every day.
We still talk every day.
Okay.
Yeah. So get everybody on the phone. So everybody's on the phone. And I go, you won't believe what happened today. And so Tyra, she's the great note taker. So she was like, well, I was like, well, so what do you think, guys? And they was like, well, we should at least get together. Let's meet. Let's hear her out. So we started thinking about writing down our list of questions. So Tyra, write this down. Here are the things we want to know. So we meet the owner for breakfast, and poor thing, she couldn't finish her omelet because everybody. So what about this? And how do we do that? And where should we start? And what do we, that really is what started the whole. It started the whole thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was her reasoning for getting out of the business?
She had been in the business for over 13 years.
At least at that
location.
Mm-hmm.
She had did it in her home for a couple of years. So she was ready to retire. She said she was getting too old, and she wanted to kind of leave a legacy too. She didn't want her spot to just become something else or anything else.
And where she had a way to kind of control that, she wanted to. So if she could kind of pass it on, it's kind of the way she really presented it to us.
Now, after you had this breakfast meeting
Mm-hmm.
and bombarded the poor woman to death, I'm sure the three of you had a meeting amongst yourselves after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And to make a long story short, decided that we're going to go ahead with this.
Yeah.
What did your family feel at that point when you all said, okay, this is what we're going to do, everybody?
It went nothing like that.
Nothing. Mm-mm.
So for the next 7 months, it was the biggest secret we ever had among the three of us.
Kept secret.
And why did you do it that way?
We wanted to surprise our mom and our dad, really. So our parents live out of state. They live in Texas. So as much as we talk among ourselves, we talk to our mom every single day. So keeping this from her was, we were tickled because we knew she was going to be so surprised and really so supportive. We weren't worried or concerned about that. We really just wanted to see the expression on her face, to see, here's what your girls have been doing. This is what we've been working on, Mom, while you guys have been away. And that's what we did. So for the next 7 months, we prepared. We, started to get inventory. We
came
shopped.
up with our vision of how we wanted the store to look.
Mm-hmm. Got our color palettes together, everything.
Our theme, our slogan, who we wanted to cater to, the
Mm-hmm.
demographic, the type of women, the type of clothing, the type of style,
The name.
and how we wanted the name, of course, and how we wanted to interject our own personality into the business.
Absolutely.
So did your parents come up for a visit and get the shock of their lives?
They did.
So we flew our mom up. Why did we tell her she was coming?
Well,
I probably planned it already.
Maybe we had planned.
I can't remember. But anyway,
But she got up here.
she got
She
up
got up
there, and we take her to breakfast. And at this point, we have our grand opening flyer with us.
with the date set and everything.
So while we're sitting there eating breakfast, we just politely slide the flyer over to her. And we're like, read this. What does this say? She was like, 3 stringers attached. You all got a boutique. She was so excited. I was like, it doesn't say 3 stringers. What does it say? She was like, 3 strings attached. So she was so excited.
Understood the name instantly, of course.
Yeah. So
Yeah, she was ecstatic. She couldn't
believe
She was
it.
like, "Where the keys? Let's get over there. Let's go over there now."
Let's start today.
Now, for all of you having your own, like I said, personal style.
Mhm.
What in the boutique do each of you?
Do.
Yes.
Mhm. So what we try to do, we all try to operate to our strengths. So that makes it easy. It doesn't feel like work. It comes pretty natural. But it's funny when it comes to picking the pieces for the store, for the clothing that we're going to buy, because we agree on a whole lot, but we can disagree on the types of pieces that we carry. So that's what makes it great to have the input of all three, because if I picked all the clothes, it would only be pieces that I would probably wear and pieces I could fit, So I don't get to think like that because we cater to all sizes. Same with Tyra, so we all have a different perspective on the pieces that we would wear, that we might wear. And then Raquel too would interject and will be like, not so much, maybe, sometimes we have to call her to be the tiebreaker.
Right. That's true.
You decide,
It has to be at least two.
Right, exactly.
For your grand opening,
Mhm.
how was that day for you?
It was surreal.
To say the least.
We saw every sweat, every conference call, every overnight stay at each other's house, all the planning, all the preparation
Absolutely.
just come to light.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it was confirmation. We did this.
Mm-hmm.
We had a vision and we saw it through.
Yeah.
And we had so much support.
Absolutely. And we did it within weeks. The turnaround was in weeks. So
Yes.
from the moment we got the keys to our grand opening was 14 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yes.
And we did a complete remodel of the location and everything.
Stock, inventory,
everything.
14 planning, days. Food. I mean, just everything. 14 days.
Now, because this business venture started 3 years ago.
Yes.
In the 3 years, we're going to talk about, as we said, hills and valleys.
Mm-hmm.
What have been, I want to do the valleys first.
Okay.
What have been some of the valleys? Because most people don't understand, when you start a business, you don't just say, hey, this is what I want to do.
Right.
Just walk out the door. There are a lot of other considerations, funding, insurance. Like I said, something as basic as the name.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what were some of the valleys you saw?
So that first couple of months, let's just say that after the grand opening, we were like, man, if we bring this in every day, we set, y'all. We set.
We quitting our jobs. Our kids are secure.
We okay. Yeah. But as we moved into our normal week of business, at least we started in the summertime. So we opened June 14th of 2013. So it was the dead of summer, which was awesome. Everybody's out, everybody's shopping. There's constantly things going on in Chicago, so there's always somewhere to go, someplace to be.
All-white parties.
It's an all-white party. It's a boat cruise, it's a vacation, it's a reunion. It's all of those things. And the price is right. And maybe I don't need it today, but I know I'm going somewhere that I will need it, so let me have two. Then comes the week before school starts. And now our parents have to make a really important decision. Do I shop or do I get Johnny's uniforms? Who knew that we were going to feel that, right? But we did.
Yeah.
And so we started, and that's where reporting became key.
And it didn't stop there.
No.
Because most people who shop at boutiques are shopping for themselves. They're not necessarily shopping for somebody else or for gifts. So even when the biggest time of the year, which is shopping for the holidays or Christmas, we still never really got the feel of that either, because if they wasn't shopping for themselves,
they weren't shopping
with us. So the fall into the winter was a big hit for us, and we just couldn't understand why.
Yeah.
Now, because like I said, that was in 2013. We're in 2016. How did you stay afloat?
So With that, exactly. So what we started to do is, as we saw those dates and times approaching, we would have promotionals. Um, our second year in business is when we decided to start to offer private boutique parties. And that was something everybody likes to get together with their girlfriends at some point. And what we noticed was whenever individuals come in and they would, not come along, they go in, they try on their piece. And I could say, oh, that looks really nice. But as soon as the two girlfriends that are with them say, girl, that look cute, you look good in that. Now they like, you're right, I sure do.
Once they get that stamp of approval, then
So
it's
then I
golden.
started to notice, and I said, okay, so let's offer that. Let's offer something where girls can come in and have a private shopping day, private hours after we've closed, invite their friends. We'll provide a unique experience for them, cater it to the individuals they plan to invite. So we would bring in models. I would find out the sizes of the people that they plan to invite. And then that would tell me the sizes of the models I should have that day, the pieces that I should feature, the different demonstrations that we should show. And so that's kind of what helps us out when things are slower, so to speak, because we have individuals who are constantly looking for, as we approach one, you're not doing this much, and you're just not bowling every weekend.
No.
So you're always looking for something to do, and that helps us. That's one of the things that we utilize to help us out in those months when things could be slower.
And then that went into us become personal stylists, because we do come across a lot of individuals that say, I don't know how to dress myself, help me. And so that gave us the opportunity to say, okay, come in, what do you like, right? And then give them the experience of different ideas, different colors, different styles, things that they would have probably originally never picked up off a rack. It really allowed us to really become personal stylists based on our clientele.
We're going to talk about that a little bit further because I so appreciate you telling some of the sisters, come on, let me help you out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we're going to have our money moment by H. Cortez, and then we're going to continue our conversation with 2 of the 3 strings attached on the Straight No Chaser show on intellectualradio.com.
Straight No Chaser family, it's your main man H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, coming to you with tonight's money moments. Tonight, I want to talk to you guys about that B word that nobody likes to hear, especially around this time of year. And that B word I'm referring to is budget. Guys, as we enter the holiday shopping season, I want you to be considerate of the fact that big business spends billions of dollars to understand the psychology of working class people. And I know you don't want to hear budget because we all work too hard for our money for someone to tell us how to spend it, when to spend it, what to spend it on, and all of that kind of stuff. But understand this. If you go overboard because you're not careful with your spending while you're caught up in the emotional hype of the holiday season, you could dig yourself into a big hole that will prevent you from building wealth for you and your family. So I've got a couple tips to help you through this holiday season. Number one, you want to create a budget. Set a dollar amount that you're going to spend for this entire season. Right? That includes all of the loved ones that you're going to buy gifts for. That also includes the meals that you're going to cook for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. Set a budget for those things. And then when you start your shopping process, create a list, right? Because it's the impulse buys that gets us in trouble. So you want to create a list of the things that you want to spend that's going to keep you within your budget. Make sure that you keep your list with you, because the last thing you want to do is buy some things that you thought were on your list, find out that they're not, and then you turn around and have to buy other things anyway. So keep your list with you, and then above all, stick to the list, right? You got to stick to that list, guys, because again, corporations have figured out that most working class people feel that they only work just to pay bills. And as a result, they are real good at triggering your emotions and your impulsive buying and get you to spend money on things that you had no idea that you wanted to spend money on. And as a result, you spend money on those things, and then you circle back and get the things that you actually want. So you're spending more money than you intended. So set a budget, create a list, keep your list with you, and stick to that list this holiday season, and it's going to save you some money. And any money that you're saving is giving you the ability to start creating wealth for you and your family. So if you need a wealth building game plan, today is the last day that you can sign up for my financial success membership for free. So give me a call, 314-874-6887. Let me know you heard it on Rhea Ray's show, and we'll get you plugged in. So until I talk to you guys next week, I'm H. Cortez, financial health mentor to the working class. Get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, people.
And that was H. Cortez, as he said, the financial mentor to the working class, because we have a weekly segment, because we just don't know what money is about.
Mm-hmm.
And even though people are grown and have jobs and, like I said, paying bills, but we don't really handle our money a lot of times the way we need to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So let's get back to our conversation with my two of the three strings attached boutique owners, Miss Sharon and Tyra. Raquel is not with us today. We were talking about the personal shopping aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. When I see women, and what is the demographic that you typically cater to as far as age and size range, et cetera?
So size range, it's literally small to 3X, 4X.
Okay. And do you have 20-year-olds shopping there and 60-year-olds, or is
No.
it a little narrower?
It is. It's typically between 35 and 55.
Okay. When you see ladies in that age range and they come in for a look, but they don't have the fancy idea what they want that look to be, you put that together for them.
Yes.
Now, does that include makeup, hair, everything, or is it strictly the jewelry, the shoes, and the fashion?
It is. It's typically just the fashion and the
And the
accessories.
accessories.
But Raquel can't help with the hair.
She really can.
Yes, she can.
Forget what she told me. She dealt
That's
with the
right.
hair.
That's right.
Do you find now that women, because with the Trump issue that people have, he doesn't bother me a bit because he isn't talking to me, but with the Trump issue of, as they call it, what is it, weight shaming? I think that's the phrasing I've learned with him, or, you know, whatever's going on. Do you find that actually a lot of women are uncomfortable with their weight and their size, or their body shape and structure?
I don't think so. We have a lot of women who typically embrace their size. They come in and look, this shirt might be helping me out today, but I'm a big girl under here. You know, you'll be surprised. Or if they don't come in prepared, they'll always, I don't have on my foundation. I don't have on my undergarment. I don't have on my waist trainer. So I don't think so. I think everybody is, You know, they're real. I think they're realistic in terms of who they are now. What they want to look like or who they want to mimic could be a different thing.
Right. Right. So everyone, of course, doesn't have the Beyonce figure.
No.
Right. But everybody wants to wear Beyonce clothing. So what we like to encourage is say, I can give you a bad look, regardless of your size, regardless of your figure. We have something, no matter if you a size 0 or if you a size 24. You're going to walk out confident. You're going to walk out assured, and you're going to walk out fabulous. So that's our motto.
Yeah.
Because I know with, like I said, with this big weight shaming
Mhm.
issue
Mhm.
for some people, with the video era that has, gotten huge these past
Absolutely.
10, 15 years, and seeing women that, in theory are like what size 2s and 4s
Right.
that are supposedly representing the average woman when the average woman is probably a 14 or a
Mhm.
16.
She is.
It gets to be, to me, a little complicated because you're made to feel, if you succumb to that, a little less beautiful, a little less
Mhm.
glamorous.
Mhm.
So you offer that opportunity for women, regardless of, and let me say this, a size 2 does not mean that you have a beautiful shape.
It does not.
Absolutely.
It just means you
Abs-
are thinner than some other women.
That's
Absolutely.
We get all caught up in the numbers
Right.
and all that, and
Mhm.
that's not really it.
And what you can find to be discouraging if you're a plus size individual, is you want to look cute, you want to look trendy, you want to look fashionable, you want to have just as many options as the girl that's not shopping in the plus size section. So to be able to go and have those options to still look good is a treasure.
Mhm.
And that's what we try to offer. We try to make sure that, we want to be able to cater to everyone that comes in, regardless of your size, shape. We want to be able to have something for you,
Height,
all of that.
because
So
that could be a challenge as well.
Yes,
Your height can be a
absolutely.
challenge as well. So, and we like to provide options.
mhm.
You're not coming in our boutique and one piece is only going to work for you. We're going to have several options, several fashions, different styles, something trendy, something rare, because we don't want everyone looking like everybody out there either.
Thank you.
But you are going to be fashionable.
Absolutely.
So we talked about some of the valleys. Let's talk about some of the peaks.
Mhm.
What has been for you, each of you, because it may not be the same moment, like the pinnacle moment where you said, I know I made the right choice in making this choice?
I think it's a defining moment every day. And I'll say that because we have encountered different opportunities. And when I tell you from the very beginning until now, how things have really fallen into our laps, the opportunities that have been presented to us, we can't explain it. We really can't. To receive a phone call from someone who says, I've never met you before, but someone who told my daughter about you, and I would like to feature you in my fashion show, or to get a phone call or to have someone come in and say, I saw you here, and now I would now like to become a customer of yours. I would now like to help market your business. I would like to, so we continue. I think every day we get those defining moments. Certainly a month doesn't go by where we're saying to ourselves, we're absolutely doing the right thing. And I think as we continue to do this, the three of us, we're still learning. We will never say that we are experts, because we are not. When we started this, none of us come from a retail background. We had to figure out, now we've always been on the other side of the register where we hand you our credit card. We didn't know how to work a credit card machine or anything. So we didn't mind learning, and we're still learning every single day. And I think that's what, we're certainly very humble people. And I think that's the thing that makes this great, this journey that we're on together, is that we're constantly learning, constantly defining. And where we have to make shifts and adjustments, we don't mind. We'll do that. because we're in this together and we want this to work, and we just keep pushing forward every day.
Okay. Miss Tyra?
So of course, my best friends are my sisters. It was always 3 girls, no brothers. And so my parents instill family is everything. If you don't have anybody, you have your sisters. And so to have an opportunity that I can build a business, build a brand, build a lifestyle with my sisters, I mean, that's just rewarding in itself. And the fact that we get along so well, right? I mean, so there are moments, don't get it twisted. There are moments when we clash, but at the end of the day, we know what our goal is. And we grow stronger and stronger as a unit, as a family, and our business gets better and better because we can collectively just come up with different ideas. We're like, oh, that's a good one. We get smarter in the business. We get smarter and smarter and smarter in the business each day. And the fact that it's 3 of us, we offer something different each time.
Yeah.
So whereas we had started out, okay, well, I'll take on this responsibility. I'll raise my hand. I'll take on this responsibility. As we grow, we just get smarter and smarter and smarter and just more insightful. And so to be able to go through that journey, the highs and the lows with my sisters, it's just a wonderful experience.
When you worked with distributors for clothing and jewelry, have you found that to be easy or a little complicated? Because when you offer unique things, sometimes you have to, find that outlet that gives you that look you would like. Has that been easy to find those designers?
We travel a lot. We travel a lot. And we will go to the smallest space to some of the largest places to get different inventory. So because I say that to say that when we travel, we're able to say, okay, this place don't work. We're able to identify what's working, what's not working. And if we need to broaden our horizons a little bit, or if we found our little niche and stay within where we've been shopping. So we do a lot of traveling.
And with that, this whole learning process, we had to learn. We have some distributors who are very strict about the number of pieces that you must purchase. And, as much as we try to instill and say, yeah, but we're a small location, there's no way I'm going to sell 12 pieces. There's no way I want to sell 12 pieces.
Not 12 of the same piece.
Exactly. I can't do anything with that. So we look to find distributors that are willing to work with us in the quantities that we feel comfortable with, and really allows us to keep a unique base and variety within the store. So I think that's where the challenge for us comes in, really to try to find individuals that will work with us in terms of the quantities that we're looking to carry, as well as the variety.
You have, as we talked earlier, the personal shopping aspect. So do you have like a photo book of like satisfied customers, or,
We do.
because I know when people feel good, they want someone to see them at the top of their game.
Yes.
So you all do that for them.
We do. We have a lookbook on our website, but we're on all social media avenues. And so we do highlight some of our satisfied customers. And our customers, believe me, no shame. They have no shame in sending us pictures of them, tagging us. And so we put them on Front Street. We give them that red carpet service when they feel good about their sales, or if they're at an event and they're the talk of that event, we make sure that we showcase that.
Do you have any upcoming fashion shows that the boutique will be a part of?
Not before the end of the year. We did just finish. We had one in October at the Drury Lane, and it's one that we were gracious to be asked to do it again this year. This is our second time doing that fashion show.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 folks in attendance.
Oh, wow.
So it was awesome. It was fabulous, yeah.
And with this being a big shopping season, what, if any, promotions are you all having?
So we always do a promotion for Black Friday. We open up We typically don't open until 11, and in winter sometimes 1 o'clock. But on Black Friday, we'll open as early as 7 o'clock, and we'll have different promotions every hour. So with this being our third year, we've started to develop a little following of individuals who know about that. And typically the best deals are offered the earliest. So it's a feel good when we look out at
And
6:45
they out there.
and they out
Exactly.
We out there.
Yes,
We out here.
yes.
we're waiting, and we're like, yes. So it's working.
Yes. And then to add to that, to encourage more friends and family to shop together, we are promoting our gift certificates. So we do now have gift certificates that can be purchased for family and friends, and so that they can get the same experience that our regular clients are getting.
As well as we have a few men.
Yes, yes, yes. We do.
We have a few men who come by and say, what you have on her is what I want for my wife.
Yes.
And that's that.
And
And
that.
that's just,
So they're shopping off the rack.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They're shopping off the mannequin.
Wow.
We have one customer in particular who purchases every single piece
for his
that
group.
that she wears.
Yes.
Every single piece.
And he comes to you.
And he comes
Yes.
to us. And we love
See,
it.
that's awesome. That is awesome. What I would like for you to do
Yes.
is tell the people where to come to see you online, as
Okay.
well as in the person flesh.
That's right.
And because sometimes the experience in person is just nicer for some people, and some
Mhm.
people just love online shopping. They're addicted.
Right.
So at work, typing up.
So we are located at 2249 West 111th Street. That's just 2 blocks east of Western on 111.
And what days and hours?
So we are open Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Friday, we're open from 1 until 7. And Saturdays, we're open from 11 until 7.
And online, how do they shop with you?
We are 3, that's the number, saboutique.com.
And if someone would like to have a private party,
Mhm.
how do they get in touch with you? Do they have to come into the boutique, or can they call?
They can certainly call. We also have a form that they can fill out on our website that talks about hosting a boutique party that will outline all of the information and criteria so that we can book their dates.
Give us your phone number.
1-855-847-3372. That is our toll-free number. It will reach either one of the strings. We get that 24-hour number. So that's 855-847-3372.
Yeah.
And for Black Friday,
Yes.
be in line because the doors are opening
At
at
7.
7
a.m.
a.m. And that is going to be the best sale of the day, is at 7 a.m. So if you are looking for not just unique, but unique and fabulous
Yes.
pieces, shoes also,
Yes.
Shoes also.
jewelry,
Yes.
Jewelry.
and attire,
Yes.
we are going to be at 3 strings attached.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on the Straight No Chaser show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I am not working, I will roll out and be there with my Facebook Live. Like,
That's-
we out here
That's
in the line.
right.
That's right.
So I plan to see you on Black Friday.
Awesome.
We look forward to it.
Oh, we'll talk before that.
Okay.
Trust and believe that. And with that, this is the Straight No Chaser show on intellectualradio.com. Signing off. Now, next week we have a special show because it's the day before the election.
Mhm.
So we're going to have a rundown of not just the presidency, but the Illinois State, Cook County races that are kind of hot, because
Okay.
there are a few of those races that are really serious. We need to talk about some of those candidates. So until I see you next week, dedicate yourselves to the truth, no matter the cost. This is Rhea Ray Harris signing off. Peace and blessings in the name of Jesus. Everybody be safe out there.
It's straight talk with no chaser. He gives the people a voice, empowers you with a choice. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. She provides a platform of growth and gives a dying people hope. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser.